Right, I'm going to talk a little bit about the method. What we do, how do we try to teach you tango in our own way. First of all, I haven't invented much. I'm not an inventor. I've been inspired by certain teachers. I'm going to mention a few names. They're not the only ones. There are others that have inspired me. But I will have to mention a few important names. And those are, I'm not going to say the ladies of those couples. I'm just going to say the men, but not because I'm crazy in the head. It's just easier. And it's true because I actually was looking more at the men, what they're doing and how they explain things, and they also have a sort of primary role in the teaching whenever they do classes. So those ones that inspired me are Fabian Salas, Sebastian Archer, and Chicho Frumboli. You'll find them on the website. I've created a few playlists on our website with them dancing, and you will see them dancing there. That's the sort of styles. Fabian has worked with Gustavo Navarra, who also has influenced me, and I shouldn't be failing to. I would probably be too dishonest if I wouldn't mention Bianca. Bianca, a tango teacher from London, and I've learned over a period of 3 or 4 years with her a lot of stuff, and she inspired me in a lot of ways in terms of putting together this method that I'm using now. Also, a lot of it came from own experience, judgment, always questioning, always finding answers from students. You get a question, you find an answer, and then you do realize that that's universally valid for loads of other people, and you incorporate it out into your method and into what you deliver and teach other people how to learn tango. Well, that's about it. This is how we were. This is where the inspiration comes from. These are the sources. But now what we want to do is just give you an overview of how we structured everything and how everything comes together. To start with, if you've never done tango in your life, first of all, I have to say that you might be learning in an hour, you might be learning in 10 days, you might be learning, you never know, because it depends on your talent and your ability. And we are all different, we have different levels of ability, like it is with mathematics, or it is with learning English or foreign languages, or all sorts of other talents that people have. So I've seen someone who had learned the basics in 5 minutes. The 4 elements that we do the basics, she learned in 5 minutes, but she's a ballet dancer. So she's trained to learn how to dance very, very quickly. And obviously she is a ballet dancer, which is based on technique. She's got a whereabouts style, about isolation, about balance. Balance is absolutely magic. But she learned in 5 minutes. No more than that. Someone with an average talent learns in about an hour the 4 elements that we teach at very beginning level. But learn in the head, but not in the body. The body requires a little bit more. So again, that's what you sort of should expect. That's level 1. Level 1, we have 4 elements. We're going further to level 2, where we introduce, I think we're going to end up with about 24 elements in level 2. And then it goes after level 2 and 3, after level 2, level 3 and 4 are more difficult, and in fact a lot more difficult, because you cannot dance at level 3 and 4 without acquiring a certain technique. And to acquire that certain technique is a lot of work, and I'll not be very kind in terms of you know, if things are not right, I can't I can't say you've done it right when it's not right. And you can't do a proper Saccada or a proper bolero if your technique, your posture, your balance is not to a certain minimum level. It has to be there. So therefore, if you want to take it further and dance it more like you see other people dancing, for example, then you have to go through the pains of learning certain technique. And that's valid for both men and women. Obviously we teach the embrace, we teach the point of contact, we teach how to lead, we teach the feeling of how to lead, what you do with your upper body, because you do lead with your embrace, with your upper body. It's one thing when you have an open embrace, another one when you have a close embrace. The differences, the close embrace comes in level 2, so level 1, the 4 elements, right at the beginning, we only do open embrace, and we do very simple stuff. Learn how to move in space. We're not going to do anything much about your posture and about your technique and about your balance. No, it's going to be easy. We're going to want to do very simple stuff. How to move in space with only 4 elements, the dance in 3 directions, a dissociation, back, a rebound, yeah, so the side rebound and a change of direction. You see, that's about all we want to do in level 1. So this is, and once you can do this on your own, you can also do it with a partner. Now we're moving to level 2. Level 2 is going to be, obviously includes level 1, but it also has the cross, so executing a cross. It has pivoting, when you execute a pivot, and how to not to fall out of the pivot. So you see, a pivot by yourself or a pivot in static, using your partner to turn very, very slowly. You will learn also how to do a forward docho, for example, or forward docho. Yeah, there you go. You will learn how to do a back docho as well, which is this. Yeah, that's level 2. A cross, obviously, and you don't have to do a lot with level 3. On level 3, the requirement is to have a proper posture, better balance, and a transfer of weight in this style. So preparation, up, yeah, sideways, that's the arrival position. Then you prepare, then you go back. You see long steps, longer steps, in fact, different posture, much more poise, and that helps with your entire catalogue of elements that we will be doing in level 2, in level 3. But for example, if we're doing level 3 a Saccada, we're only going to do 1 Saccada in level 3, but there are 256 of them. That's according to Gustavo Navarro, by the way. We're going to do 1 gancho, or 2 maximum, at level 3. Now, we're going to move all of those elements to level 4, and we're going to do a lot more. Now, in both cases, dancing with a partner, there are 2 important aspects, no, 3 important aspects of when you dance with a partner. Your lead as a man, and what it feels, and what you need to do as a follower. There are some principles that we're going to bring in along, principles that are valid throughout, and we're going to discuss them. There are some rules that you need to keep in your head and practice them until they get in the body. You don't need to think about them anymore. So yeah, level 4 is actually a very accomplished level. You would be a very good dancer if you can do everything to level 4. And for example, Saccadas. If you want to do Saccadas, there's so many of them. As I said, about 256 types of Saccadas. Like a man does a Saccada to a woman, a woman does a Saccada to a man. The Saccada is forward to the forward step, is forward to the side step. It's complicated. You learn the principles, and once you learn the principles, there you go. You can take it away and practice and discover for yourself, and that is what it is. You get to level 4, you start discovering for yourself. You learn the principles. You dance with a partner that is pretty much the same skill level, and then you start discovering and you start a dialogue when you dance with your partner. It's different. It's much more creative, and you get a lot of satisfaction after dancing tango when you get to that level. It's worth the pain, if you want me to put it that way. The pain of learning. I don't want to scare you off though. It is a bit of work. So make sure that you know what you expect. That's if you want to take it from level 2 onwards, level 3 and 4, yeah? I did say that there are 4 important aspects. Yeah, so that's what you do by yourself, you know what to do. That's the first aspect. The second aspect is how to lead. The third aspect is how to respond to the lead. That's from the lady's perspective. And then the most important of those aspects is number 4. From a certain, how do you get in a certain position, relative positions of your body. So man in front of a woman, man with the hips in a 90-degree position to the woman. How do you get there? The relative position, how far you should be, how close you should be for a certain thing to work. What you do with your body. So that positioning for every single element. For example, if I want to do a saccada, a certain type of saccada, if I'm in front of my woman, I cannot do it. So I have to go, hold the lady, go to the side. Now we have different positions, and I can do a saccada. Yeah? So those aspects will come later on when your mind is going to be free to think on more complicated stuff, because what you're going to do, you're going to be dancing already. You don't need to think about which way you move in space, because you've already learned that by practicing on level 1 and level 2. Okay, so that's it then.